Hello everyone, in this today video we are going to see how to protect your containerized workloads with KubeArmor. So KubeArmor is an open source tool. It is used for protecting your containerized workload by enforcing security policies. Unlike a traditional way, which is relying on static scanning for threat detection, but it's a modern approach. It supports real-time threat detection and monitoring system calls and preventing any unauthorized access over your containerized workloads. So yeah, so let's see why should use KubeArmor. So KubeArmor is where you are enforcing your security policies. So you have to first write your policy or your YAML, and you have to just enforce it, right? And it's provide real-time threat detection protection, and it's a very minimal overhead. So if your Kubernetes cluster have very low resources, it can be also run smoothly on your Kubernetes cluster. So yeah, that's all benefits we have seen, and it supports Linux security modules like BPF, LSM, Selinux, and AppArmor, which is all security modules it is used for. So yeah, that's all about. Okay, so alright, so let's see in action. We are going to see a demo. You can see architecture. Yeah, so in the architecture you can see this is a cluster node, and KubeArmor is running as a daemon set, and it monitors all your pods. It depends depending upon which policies you have applied, and KubeArmor also provide a KubeArmor CLI. Yeah, a lot of things you can do, and you can use a Kubernetes API to enforce the security policies, and this is how which are like there are types. There are multiple types of security modules KubeArmor will use depending upon which type of Linux systems you are using, depending upon your machine. Okay, and it also generates log, which you can use over your notification systems, Slack, like that. And support metrics. So KubeArmor supports four types of workloads like KX, orchestrated and containerized workloads, and VM bare metal as well. So today we are going to see KX orchestrated. I'm going to use a K3s cluster. You can also check like which type of Kubernetes cluster will support, like KubeArmor. So these types of cluster you can also use AWS EKS, Oracle OKE, Microsoft AKS. So this all Kubernetes cluster we can use a KubeArmor on that. Okay. So to run a KTS cluster that you can do. First, let me just uninstall it. Okay, so no directory is found. I think it's already moved. So let's just install it. So if I scroll down here, I have to install a KubeArmor by applying YAML files. To apply YAML files, I am using a Helm here. You have to install Helm before using KubeArmor. I have to add some Helm charts, then I can use it. Just copy it, and I can see it's still running. KTS cluster. Okay, now it's up and running. Let's check here. Digital nodes, it's ready. Let's just add this KubeArmor repo charts, applying all the policies. And this is a KubeArmor CLI. just install that as well. Okay, so let's just create some containers and pods, deployment to enforce policies on that. And Nginx pod is created. So if I try to check logs with this command, so you can see it's showing error because it's still our pod is spinning of our KubeArmor, right? So if I try to run again this command, I can see it's monitoring for latest alerts. Okay. Now let's see the feature on deny execution of package management. So suppose if your containers like Nginx have a package management binary app and okay, so you can enforce it. To enforce it, you have to apply these policies. Make sure you have changed the application label. So you can see I am using a Nginx image which have Nginx label, right? So you just paste the label selector, image labels, and then just copy it, then just apply these policies. So it's created. Now if I try to exec and run this package management binaries, it will show me, okay, so pod is not found. Okay, this is because I'm using different terminals, so variable is changed. I just try it again. So you can see permission denied. I was not able to use app package management tool. Okay. Now just if you check logs here, you can see following type of action is blocked. So you can also use your notification system so that someone is trying to run this command over your pods and container. Okay. So yeah. Feature 2 is deny access to service account token. So by default, Kubernetes you have a container, and in container have a service account token, right? So suppose a hacker got access of some pods and containers, and first thing it will do for service account token, right? Because service account, if he got service accounts, then he can access Kubernetes things, right? So it is really great to enforce this. To enforce it, you have to just provide your pod levels and then provide a path where the service account is stored, and then just enforce it. Okay, policy is created, and if I try to exec in the pod and try to access my service account token in the container, I was not able to see my service account token. Okay, because it's enforced. So yeah, let's get access to the code. Let's see a third scenario. So the third feature is block access for folder and paths. So by default is what happened. File visibility is disabled for monitoring. So you can enable this. kubectl and edited as default. Alright. Let's run this command over here now. And then just apply these policies. You can see action is still disordered, means only logs will generate or will not enforce it. in only logs we generated, but you can enter into directory and you can do ls and you can check the what are the contents are there. So yeah, policies enforced. Let's just see these are all the previous logs are there. So let's try to do exec into the container, and then okay, let me just exec in the container, then slash etc nginx, right? nginx. Okay, if I do ls, I was able to see all the contents, but if you see here, audit, you can see on the logs, right? If you want to really enforce it that you don't want to see all the files, then you can in the action you can put the block and apply it. Okay, let me just show you. Get out of the terminal first, and then in the place of audit you just put the block, right? If I try to do exec in the container and go into the directory nginx, if I do else, permission is denied. Okay, so this is all about scenario third. Let's see. Okay, so now let's see the feature 4 is zero trust least permission policy. Only allow nginx to execute in the pod and everything else. Okay, so by default is action is selected to audit. Okay, this action you can enforce it. So like whatever the binary files you want to enforce it and everything in the container. To run this, let's change this command, and we have changed the policy. We have changed to enforce block, and if I try to run this command, this policy, try to create this policy, then you can see action is allowed, and try to execute the container. I can, if I do ls, so here is saying permission denied. And if I do bash, you can see bash was able to run, and nginx is also able to run. Okay. And you can also try to block egress and ingress also can block. So yeah, these are all the examples I've covered, and you can also enforce your policies in your VM bare metal as well. You can explore this audit documentation, and you can protect your workloads and your VMs. So yeah, this is all about KubeArmor. So yeah, this is the basic overview of KubeArmor in Kubernetes cluster. If you really like this video, then hit the subscribe button and like button, and I will meet you in another video. Till then, goodbye.